What's up, people? Welcome to part 2 of this series, Obese to Beast After You're 40, where we get you as fit as when you were 20, if not fitter. Today, we look at the health precautions you should be taking before you start out on your journey. If you have not checked out the earlier video of this series, I will bloop it up over here so that you can go and check that out first before continuing on this one. Let us have a quick recap of what we have learned so far. We have learned acceptance. We have learned to accept that we are overweight and we have to take certain measures to improve our health. We are dug in for the long haul. We have set up our short-term goal and we have defined our why. And always remember at the back of your mind, through every step of this journey of yours, I will be by your side. So do not forget to subscribe and also share this video so that it can help many more people. At the onset, are you aware of any prevailing illness that you have with your heart, lungs, liver or kidneys? If so, please go and consult your doctor before setting out on any fitness program. The advice I'm going to give you right now, I give to all my clients. I always start them out on their basic blood work. This is so that we can have a baseline before they start out on their journey. And also it avoids some unwanted surprises. I always get their kidney function checked, their uric acid, their lipid profile, their liver function, their serum calcium, their hemoglobin, fasting blood sugars, thyroid function, and yes, vitamin D. If you are male, also suggest getting your serum testosterone done. Do screenshot this slide so that you can carry it when you go for your tests. Or you can click the link in the description where I will be putting a downloadable option. Vitamin D, as we know, is vital for bone health, for general well-being and also your immune system. If you haven't checked out my video on vitamin D, I will bloop up a link over here where I have gone more in depth into it. We do this essentially to find out whether you are a candidate for metabolic syndrome, that is high blood pressure, high blood sugars and dyslipidemias, high LDL cholesterol and triglycerides. People with metabolic syndrome are more at risk of diabetes, stroke and cardiovascular events. Do discuss the results of these tests with your doctor. If I find the results of any of the tests of the triad of metabolic syndrome high, then depending on your history, I will recommend you for a stress test. A word of caution here though, please go to a reputed doctor to do your stress test. I have noticed a lot of places doing stress tests like they are doing it for Grandma Josephine. And you are not that old. If the tests are not conducted properly, they might not show anything even if there are abnormalities present. If any of the results of your tests are not favorable, does it mean that you should not exercise? Absolutely not. It just means that you should be paying more attention to your nutrition and exercise at a slower intensity. In fact, when we are starting out, we all will be exercising at a much slower intensity. Remember, we have to learn to take baby steps before we learn to run. And I will be teaching you exactly how in the coming episodes. So do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified when the next videos are out. In the next video, we'll learn how to track your progress. In the future, if you have any of the following symptoms at any point of your life, in fact, please contact your doctor. Pain or discomfort in the chest, neck, arms or jaw, dizziness or fainting after mild exertion, rapid heartbeat at rest, swelling of the ankles, especially at night. I hope this video was helpful and I'm looking forward to seeing you for the next episode. And until next time, signing out, Dr. Rohan Fonseca.